Hello, my name is Starlight. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and I'm reaching out to all of you beautiful souls out there. I hope you're able to get out in nature like Starlight is right now. And this is my, I was out earlier, but now this is my second round for today. And anyway, I hope you're taking really good care of yourself and, you know, getting out in nature and being balanced, being positive, and, you know, loving yourself. Plus, also, if you are new to my YouTube channel, welcome, and you could find me on YouTube, and that is at Starlight, and that is Kathy with a K Dingman. Plus, you could give this video a thumbs up, and you could subscribe to my YouTube channel. Plus, you could share my videos with your family, friends. Let's see, a hawk and an eagle. So yes, you could share my videos with a hawk or an eagle. Plus, don't forget to, I think I already said that, leave a message down below. I already said that. Plus, you could check out my playlist, and you could push the notification bell, ding, ding, ding. And you can follow me on Instagram at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook, and that is Kathy with a K, Dingman Starlight. So, I've been out here on this trail before, but I haven't been out here in a while, so I figured today is a good day to come out here because of time. Starlight is running behind time today because this morning was kind of cold. So anyway, here we go. This is the trail that I was telling you about before, where Starlight was freshening up at this river out here. And is this belong to anybody? So Starlight's a funny girl. You know, some of you probably are wondering, what is that? You don't really want to know what that is. But anyway, today is because I've been seeing this. Well, I knew this, but sometimes we need reminders in our life. And I had so many other things that I wanted to talk about. So sometimes I start off getting videos mixed up or topics mixed up, because, you know, I seen something this morning and I heard a great video this morning, so I got to keep my mind focused on really what it is that I'm here to talk about. And today is talking about is, who do you think is in control of your life? And I'm looking around and I see a lot of answers. Some people are saying, I'm in control of my life, and some of you are really not happy with your answer because you're like, I am not in control of my life. You know, my mom actually is in control, or my dad, or my friend, or my husband or wife. They're, you know, I kind of gave them my power, and they're in control of my life. Hang on, Starlight's gonna cut through to get to the water over here. So, you know, and I've been getting so much help lately, because God knows, when I ask for help, I'm crying for help. I'm like, God, please help me. Universe, please help me. You know, and when you do that, guess what? God answers, you know. You know, you got to ask the right questions, and then you get the right answers. So anyway, is like, I just wanted to get near the water. Starlight's an earth sign, and I'm always drawn to the water. So this is the trail that I was taking to freshen up out here when I made that awesome video. So who is in control of your life? Are you giving your life over to other people to control you? You know, are you, you know, maybe you have a hard time and you don't really know what to do with your life, or, you know, should you go out with that guy, or should you go out with that girl, or, you know, Starlight has been there before. Is, you know, like, you could be dating somebody and you're like, you know, I don't know what my family would think, or, hang on, Starlight's actually got to pause this a little bit. I'm back. I just wanted to, I had to use the little girl's room, and I was getting too hot out here. 'Cause today, I'm not sure the temperature right now, but, you know, I got to share this with you really quick. Is it's funny how God does this to me a lot. I've gone through this a lot. I have another knife in my pocket, my backpack, but look at what Starlight found when Titty used the porty potty. But look at this. Wow, this is a knife you don't want to be messed with. It's got the gold skulls on that side and black ones on this side. This is definitely a weapon. I mean, shit, if I could sell this baby. Starlight just found this knife. I had to clean it, and I have to say it kind of looked like it did have blood on this blades, but I'm not sure if that was blood or not, because I found it in the, I've been out here before, I've been out here before, and at the same location, same exact spot, so there's a lot of foot tracks there. So anyway, now to get back to where I started, before I said I had to go, is that who is in control of your life? Are you in control, or are you in a relationship? Because Starlight knows what this is like, is men, and this can happen to men and women. Yes, men and women, where is that we might go with somebody and we kind of let them control who we are, what we can do, what we can't do. And so Starlight has been not in a relationship for like 8 years, I believe. In 2000, it's been so long I can't even remember, like 17. And so I have been single all this time, where I am the one in control of my life right now, where I don't have a guy or of course Starlight's not going to have any girl tell me what to do. That ain't happening. But so I'm just kind of using myself as an example here for right now. So I have been in control of making the choices and decisions in my life, and I don't know what kind of guy or girl, if you're with anybody. Oh, this is the spot where Starlight was out here making her own little movie out here of listening to her tuition. But this is where Starlight was, down here. So in life, God gave us all a free will to decide on our own, like what is right or wrong in our reality for our own life. And it really is somewhat up to you. But a lot of times in life, we let other people control our life. We don't fully control our own life. We let our parents, there's times that you might ask your parents about, maybe you're going to bring up a job and you want the job, but then, because Starlight did this her whole life, is before I would go, I might fill out the application and handed it in, and then I would kind of go and ask my family members, or not really ask, but I'm I would just tell them what I was doing. I would just I needed a job, so I went for this job, and everybody be like, well, what job did you get, Starlight? And I'm like, yeah, I want to go get this, because I did actually work for a taxi company, so I'm just going to say that. It was when I was homeless, I was desperate. So, yeah, I want to go get this, job for a taxi. Now, that's probably one of the worst examples, because, you're going to definitely have people tell you that that's not really a good choice to make for a job, especially being a female or a man, for safety reasons. So you're going to get, a lot of times we might not ask people what they think. We just kind of tell people what we're doing, you know, we might say, yeah, you know, this is the job I'm going to go for. And then we're really hoping, this is where Starlight has always been in the past, is I'm hoping that people are going to inspire me and encourage me about what I'm actually going to go and get, you know, or maybe who I'm going to, sorry, Starlight is acting like she drank a little too much. And, you know, like with relationships, you know, I've done that many times, is, you know, I would be seeing somebody for a little bit, and then, of course, Starlight isn't the same person she is today, where I've been seeing that person, and the rules were different before than they are now. And then I would bring that guy, of course, because Starlight does not go out with chicks. Absolutely not. And, you know, I might tell my family about the guy that I'm seeing, you know, and then bring that man to their house to introduce, you know, that person to my family, just to see what they think, you know. And depending on your family, you know, you might get some families, they don't hold back. They, you know, as soon as they see you, they're going to tell you what they think and whether you should see that guy or that girl, you know. And other family members might be kind of held back a little bit and not want to say very much at all because they feel like it's none of their business. But sometimes, even if people don't say anything, you know, you can give an answer by not saying nothing. You know, what do you think about this guy? Or what do you think about this girl? And by them saying absolutely nothing, that says a lot in itself. So, you know, you might want to move. And this has happened to Starlight. You might want to move away. And you're going to tell your family, just to let them know, yeah, I'm going to move away. And a lot of times family members might want to stop you from moving away. It's because they want you and they need you and they don't want you to go away because, hey, you never know, they might need a car ride to go somewhere. They might need some money when they run out, or, you know, they might need to, I don't smoke cigarettes, but they might need somebody, you know, so they can count on you for, you know, in case they, of course, they know they're going to run out of cigarettes if they got a low income, and that's how things have been going. But, you know, they might try to stop you from moving, and they might try to scare you from making that choice. Here, all you want to do is to get out of the area, you know, and that's what I did before when I had my cleaning business. I moved away from my family. I figured, yeah, I'll move an hour away from them all, you know. And then I'll go start my cleaning business out in Albany, New York, you know, and start my cleaning business there because there's more money. And then you got family members that will say, oh my, that's scary out there, you know, the city area, man, there's a lot of violence out there, a lot of drugs out there, you know, so they will speak up and say something. So the reason I'm making this video is because the other day I was reminded, and I kind of forgot, is, hang on, beep, if I got this right, is, whoopsie, I don't know if I gotta get some shade or something, is that, even though I say I'm in charge or in control of my life, I really am not. Nah, even though I don't have a guy, I don't have a man, I don't have a man here telling me what to do, is I get to make all the shots myself, you know, and with that is I feel I'm in control of my life because I don't go to my parents anymore, I don't go to my children anymore for advice, you know, or I don't tell them, you know, well, I did recently tell one of my children, you know, what I was going to do, but you know, now I don't care what anybody thinks. But even though I think that I'm in control of my life, or I, you know, have the power to control my life, I just realized a few days ago that I don't. You know, I was actually doing something a couple weeks ago, and you know, I thought it was what God wanted me to do, and I was like, And it's okay. It's okay, because I actually stepped out, and I actually was brave, and I didn't care what anybody thought. And I just went out and did what I felt in my heart, to do. And even though it backfired on me and it wasn't really what God wanted me to do, at least I did something. I didn't stand back, and I didn't just, dream about it and ponder about it. I took that step and went out and did something about it, So, and then I realized that really it's God, and I gave my life over to God over and over again so many times, so I'm out here to do service for God. And so I don't have anybody telling me what to do, but, I might have a special somebody out there, but that person doesn't tell me what to do. And, with that is that even though I don't have anybody here physically telling Starlight that, you ought to go get a job, or, because I've had a lot of people in this area, they see me in my situation and even try to get me to go to the government for help. I don't need to go to the government for help. I have God. I'm trusting God, so I'm not that person that's going to, run right out and get a 9-to-5 job. That's not where God wants me. It's not easy being in my situation in my car, but I'm still trusting in God. And some of you say that you're Christians and you go to church. Maybe you go to church every Sunday and Wednesdays, or, do extra stuff throughout the week. And you might even think Starlight's nuts, not going out and just doing what everybody else thinks I should do. It's not what everybody else thinks I should do. It's what God wants me to do. So I don't care what people think I should do. It's, God, where do you want me? And God knows, and God's proud of me, because you know what? I didn't know what to do, and I stepped out and I tried to do something. And actually, I didn't try. I went out and did it. But, there was nothing happening. And that's okay. But because God at least sees that I went out, and I did try, I went out and did something instead of sitting around thinking it's just going to fall on my lap. So you might think, some of you, of course, are saying, yeah, no, my girlfriend, she's always telling me she's the boss. She's the one that wears the pants in the house. And some of you women, the way Starlight was, is no, I have this dominant male. He's always telling me what to do, and I just jump up to and do whatever he tells me to do. But then some of you are out there like Starlight, that you think that you're the one that is really in control of your life. And now today I'm telling you, no, you're not. You can believe, you have the right to believe whatever you want, but really how everything ends at the end is really up to God. You can sometimes we go against what God is trying us to what God wants us to do, and we get frustrated and mad, wondering why is this not happening. It's because it's not what God really wanted you to do. God told me over and over again what to do, and that I am on the right track. I just got a clear a notification, on not a notification, but confirmation last night that I'm on the right track. Okay, I did a lot of work. I did put a lot of hours into what I was thinking that God wanted me to do, but I'm on the right track. So I just have to figure it out. There's a way to figure this out, to figure out what my life purpose is, so just to let you know that some of you, especially the ones that think you're in control of your life, and most of you probably have somebody else telling you what to do, like your family or even strangers or people at your workplace. Sorry about the light here. And but no, you're really still, God is the one. And by following everybody else and listen to what job that you should take because your family or friends or husband or wife told you, are you happy in what you're doing? Are you happy with that job? Are you happy in that relationship because they all told you, maybe they told you not to move and you stayed. Are you happy? Or are you always thinking, I wish I moved? So anyway, I'm sorry, my arm is sore right now. I got a lot of weight in my backpack here. And so anyway, you're not in control like you think you are. And anyway, I love you so much. This is Starlight, and I gotta put this, I don't want to put this knife down because I'll probably forget it and somebody else will find it. That's a knife, man. I gotta look up what does it mean. I looked this up before. Somebody had a ring a long time ago, and it had 3 gold skulls, and that's what this has. It has, and then it also has 3 black skulls. So I got to figure it out. I already looked up what it means. What does it mean when you find a knife? That's a beauty. That's a beautiful knife. I used to draw skeletons and skulls a lot when I was into the Deadhead. I was a Deadhead and the Grateful Dead. I used to draw a lot of artwork long time ago. So anyway, I do love you. You could give this video a thumbs up. You could subscribe to this YouTube channel. Plus, you can leave a message down below. Beep, beep, beep. And you can also share my videos with your family, friends. How about the people that are controlling and telling you what to do? Telling you know what? I'm going to decide this all on my own. I don't need you to tell me what kind of job I need to go get or what kind of guy or girl I'm going to go out with. I have to do this. So, but God, if we make the wrong choices when we think we're in control, that's when you know, because of the way the outcome comes is like, that's not really what God, when that relationship doesn't work out, God's trying to help you out is that you made the wrong choice, with that person. And that's not really what God really wanted you to get involved with that person. So anyway, I love you. You could share, since we're here by the water, hang on. You could share my videos with a fish. Let me think. And I don't know if I'm gonna find. So trout. You're gonna share my videos with a trout. Beep. And then you can also don't forget the notification bell. Ding, ding, ding. And you can also check out my playlist. Plus, you can find me on Instagram at 1995 Starlight or on Facebook, and that's Kathy with a K, Dingman Starlight. I love you all, and this is Starlight. Namaste. This is Starlight. Love, light, and peace.